Welcome to Air Power with Kakra Baden, teaching the nations with signs and wonders. Kakra is the senior pastor of the Catch the Anointing Center, Accra, Ghana. Now, today's message. Welcome to today's broadcast. Kakra continues his enlightening message titled The Power of Prayer and Fasting, using the biblical example of Jesus in Luke 4. So far, he has been speaking about how prayer and fasting strengthens your will over money and trains it. Today, he continues. Let's join in.
For those of us who are parents, we must correct children. In Proverbs 23 verse 13, the Bible says, withhold not correction from a child. If thou beatest him, he shall not die. Thou shalt beat him with the rod and deliver his soul from hell. Your will is part of your soul. So here the Bible talks about parents. And it says, a parent who refuses to correct his child develops a weak-willed child. I always tell people who are giving birth, young children, 2-3 years and things, I said, listen, sometimes you go to certain homes, you see that they put everything on tables. Something breakable is on a table, something is on a chair, everything has been lifted up. You say, why? They say, the children will break it. How? Do you know why? I have children, they are grown up now. My children, in my house, there will be glass this, glass that, glass this. You won't touch it. The wall, nobody writes on the wall. We are all not in nursery, that we have turned the whole house into one big nursery. We are all not in nursery. There are grown-ups here. And you know what I did? From a very young age, I corrected them, I rebuked them, I used the rod sometimes to strengthen their will. So after about 3 years, everybody's like a professor in the house. They don't break things, not everything is in order. Why? Because you develop your will, you strengthen it by saying no. And that's one crucial thing that prayer and fasting does. So for those of you who have young children, are going to have young children, please don't turn your house into one big nursery. You are 42 years old. You are not in kindergarten. So we don't just develop our minds. We also develop our will. And one way we do it is by prayer and fasting. That's why I said it strengthens your will. After Jesus saying no to food, water, which is very important and basic, he could easily say no to the flesh, no to power, no to money, no to following his own will, because he had trained his will. Then you begin to make the right choices. When Moses brought Israel, in the book of Deuteronomy, they were about to cross into the promised land. In John chapter 30, verse 19, he said, I call heaven and earth to record this day before you. I've set before you life and death, blessing and curses. Choose. In other words, whether you live or die is based on how you use your will. And whether you are blessed or cursed is based on how you exercise your will. Moses said, I call heaven and earth as witnesses. I have said before you, you have a free will. You can choose to live or you can choose to die. You can choose to be blessed or you can choose to be cursed. He said, but exercise your will well. So the exercise of our will is so important. It's going to determine whether we live or we die, whether we are blessed or we are cursed. And that's one thing that prayer and fasting does for you. It strengthens your will. And out of that, if we continue to make the right decisions consistently over a very long time, that is when you begin to experience the blessing of the Lord. May God help us to strengthen our will and to make the right choices. Put your hands together, stand to your feet.
Thanks for joining us. Today we learned that fasting and prayer strengthens and trains your will so that you're able to make the right choices consistently over time. Join us again on Monday for another exciting session with Kakra Baden. Before we go, here's a praise report to boost your faith. There is peace and joy in my home. Dear Kakra, I wrote to you to pray for peace in my marriage. I have seen great changes at home after you prayed. I strongly believe that God has intervened because peace and joy have gradually taken over my home, and God is strengthening our relationship each and every day. God richly bless you. Thanks for your time. You can contact us, seek counseling, ask for prayer, order today's full-length message, or order books through the following means. Call us or message us on WhatsApp to +233 55 700 9010. Send an email to info@kakrabaden.org. You can also make a regular call or send a text to +233 20 7575 215. Our office hours are 10 a.m. to 1600 hours GMT. Finally, write to us, share your testimony and how this broadcast has been a blessing to you. Are you in need of money? Is there something you want to buy or someone you have to pay? Then this revolutionary book, Cryptocurrency by Kakra Baden, is what you are looking for. It will unlock sources of money you have but don't know you possess. You're just a book away from turning your finances around. Order the book Cryptocurrency, How to Profit from Free Labor through the following means. Place your order on Facebook by posting Order Cryptocurrency in the comment section or message window.